Big story at this hour. Army and NDRF have joined rescue operations across Tamil Nadu, even as the Met Department forecasts rains for another 24 hours. The death toll rising to 71. Schools have been closed and universities have postponed their exams in the wake of the flood situation in the state. Shabir Ahmed is live with us for more information. Shabir, so there is no good news, at least for the next 24 hours. Give us a sense of the ground situation. There has been a record amount of rainfall in Chennai. Of course, the entire topography, the landscape of the city seems to have changed. We see rivers where, there used to be roads at some point.
Well, as of now, the good news is that since late last night, there has been no rains, though the Met Department predicted very heavy rains for the next 24 hours. But this has given huge relief for the relief and rescue teams who are here in these areas. I'm here at a place called Mudichur where the Army has joined the operations, relief and rescue operations. The Army, the NDRF teams, the SDRF teams and the Tamil Nadu Police Commando Force and some individual organizations have joined the rescue operations here. In fact, in this one particular area alone, there is 10 feet water and more than 2,000 people are stranded at various places inside this one particular locality alone. And what we are being told by our some of the locals here is that there are still 500 to 600 people who are still stranded inside, and boats like these are being ferried inside by the locals and the commando force to rescue people from these low-lying areas. In fact, in this one particular area alone, I just spoke to someone who was there, part of the rescue team. He told me that the water level is 10 feet high, so making things extremely difficult for these local people to go and conduct rescue operations. On the other hand, they really need experts to conduct the relief and rescue operations here, and that's why the Army has been called in, where you can see two columns of the Army has been deployed in this one particular area alone to conduct rescue operations. So one can understand that if the Army has been called in, then the situation is extremely grave and it requires some serious attention. Yes. And the IAF has also joined the rescue operations, and the IAF has actually rescued 22 people yesterday with the help of choppers. Today the climate is extremely good and hope they rescue more people is what the rescue teams are telling us here. So the top officers of the Indian Army and others are here to conduct relief and rescue operations, but the situation still remains grim. Even as we speak, this is how people are being brought in at various from inside. There is a slum area that is inside where 500 to 600 people are stranded. There are other apartments where the water level is steadily increasing because the water has been let off from several lakes.
Yes.
So these are the issues that the common man is facing, and in fact people who have been coming in from inside, they are telling us that there was no electricity for the past 4 days, there was no food, and there was they couldn't do anything, and in fact they were literally stranded and they were hoping for some kind of help. There you can see the Army vehicles are coming in. The officers of the Indian Army are overseeing the rescue and relief operations here at Mudichur, and this is the first location where the Indian Army has joined the rescue operations, and Times Now is reporting from ground zero. Back to you.
Yes, Shabir, and the last we reported there were 71 dead. Is there any update on the casualty figure? And when you tell us that there is no electricity, people are having a tough time commuting, are enough immediate measures being provided in terms of supplies, in terms of medicines for those who are completely stranded?
Well, as of now, the priority is to rescue people from these low-lying areas. And what we do understand at this point in time is that food packets like these are being distributed. They are taking food packets in these boats, and they are delivering these food packets to the people who are stranded inside. These are the volunteers here who have managed to arrange food packets for people who are stranded inside. and the people who have been rescued so far, they have been telling us that they had nothing to eat, and the water was completely inside, entered their residential areas, and they weren't able to do anything. All they could do was gather all their valuable materials and move to safer locations. So this is what the situation is inside these areas, and this is the first area where army has been called in, because they need some kind of specialized work in terms of carrying out relief and rehabilitation work here.